Welcome to the Mandalas of Wisdom workshop. This is an experience that will help you connect to your inner self and also create. So thank you very much to the amazing community in a DAO that is allowing this opportunity for artists and creating opportunities by sponsoring these types of events and workshops. We'll be focusing on a journey loosely based on the historic 5 Dakinis to bring strength, power, and transformation that manifest the feminine wisdom energy as it relates to Tibetan Buddhist tradition. And so that is corresponding these particular deities, goddesses, with colors, or they have corresponding colors, directions, elements, and things like that, and that we will incorporate to help create our mandala. There'll be a lot more details coming up. Our process is we will have some meditative moments, some breath work, and interactive creative challenges, and that will hopefully inspire you and reconnect you with your internal visions, with your internal self, with your internal mission. Possibly set some goals for yourself through the artwork, create a wellness experience for yourself through the practice. The objective is we'll craft a mandala that represents your inner state and fosters a mindful journey towards well-balanced feminine energy. By incorporating an overview of the 5 Dakinis, you will create healing-focused mandalas that set intentions for manifestation and promote self-reflection. So hopefully this little journey will provide you some stimulation, some stimuli, some inspiration to venture forward in the creation process. A little intro on me. My name is Alissa Christine, and I am on socials as Lover Worldwide, and that's usually with my virtual reality artwork. So it's Love VR Worldwide. And really excited about some of the projects I'm working on with the VR. I connect the VR and tech art along with healing arts. And I've been creating meditations in the Metaverse. So I paint worlds in 3D, and then I guide people on a journey within the artwork. And then also the intention is to be on a journey within yourself. And so I give prompts, cues during the meditation of things to reflect and to ponder. And my plan is hopefully to also engage in this workshop with you in this way as well. So we'll be working with different prompts and maybe questions, things to inspire and invoke some type of creative process. Some of my fun projects, I'm creating apps in VR now with my meditations. I'm able to do larger events with the VR. And also, I'm very thankful for my connections and affiliations with different communities, like in a DAO for one, and also WOCA, the Women of Crypto Art, and was where I began my crypto art journey. And that was very exciting, and that's how I connected to the in a DAO community. And I love to paint live in virtual reality, and also I have a photography career. I'm a traditional professional photographer. I've shot for a lot of magazines, and I also created a book called I Love Miami 365, and that was a photo a day for a year, experiencing and celebrating life at any moment in gratitude. In focusing on the wellness aspect of my art is really being able to tune in to what the answers are inside of us. What are the messages? What are we creating? What are we channeling? And being able to share that with the artwork. And so in alignment with connecting our creation process with a healing practice, we will begin some breath work. And it's really nice to give ourselves a moment to pause and relax and take a few breaths, right? So join me. Ready? Just take a nice deep breath in. and pause in the middle, and then take a nice long exhalation. When you exhale longer than your inhale, you start to create a sense of balance in the body and a sense of calm. So we'll do that again. Just take a nice deep breath in, hold it, and then release. We'll try that again. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. If you exhale with your mouth open, it also helps relieve some more stress. And I'll share a little bit with you some of the benefits of breathwork pranayama. So the practice of controlling one's breath involves various breathing techniques that help to improve physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Incorporating pranayama into our daily lives can help us stay calm, focused, and energized. And through regular practice of this breath work, more energy can be taken in and stored in the body. And that results in a wide array of benefits. And we'll go right into a nice 15-minute flow. And I found this really nice video. It shows 3 basic practices for breath work. And the woman is lovely. She guides us through a nice, very easy to understand, explanatory video. And she'll be focusing on the full yogic breath. So it's really being able to incorporate the breath and get the most value, the most benefit from your breath work. And then we'll clear the mind and reset us for this fun little Mandala 5 wisdom Dakini journey and absorb some of this guidance material to inspire our practices of creation.
Find a comfortable seated position on the floor or on a chair with your back, neck straight and in one line. Rest your hands on the knees, palms facing upwards to receive the higher divine energy. Gently close your eyes and take a few deep cleansing breaths, allowing yourself to center yourself, ground yourself by becoming aware of your breathing pattern. Let us begin with the yogic breath in 3 stages. We will take 3 deep breaths in each stage. Stage 1, abdominal breathing. Bring your right hand on your abdomen. Your entire awareness is in this region, breathing completely through your belly, feeling it expanding and contracting as you breathe through the abdomen region deeply. So let's get started. As you inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second stage, breathing through the diaphragm. Focus entirely on your breathing through the chest. Bring your right hand to your heart center. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Stage 3, breathing through the thoracic, releasing your hands back on your knees, palms facing upwards, and you will shrug your shoulders as high as you can as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring the shoulders back down to a neutral position, coordinating with the counts. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Just relax. Relax completely. Feel the energies. Now, let us combine all 3 stages in one breath. Place your right hand on the abdomen, your left hand on the heart center. When you inhale, you will breathe in through the belly, then the chest, and shrug the shoulders. And as you exhale, you will release the shoulders, then the chest, and then allow the belly to relax. Let's get started. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Just relax. Feel the energies. Feel the prana circulating in your entire body. Now, let us practice a few rounds of Ujjayi pranayam, using the hand to facilitate the process. In this breathing technique, you will focus entirely on your throat region, allowing the air to pass through, making a gentle sound like the ocean waves. Ensure that you breathe through the throat and not the nose. As you inhale, you will lift your hand up with the counts. And as you exhale, you will lower the hands back down. Let us get prepared. Bring your right hand, palms facing upwards, by your navel, and keep the left hand on your knee. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Just relax. Release the hand back on your knee, palms facing upwards, and come back to a normal breathing pattern. Just relax. Absorb the energies. Finally, let us conclude with a few rounds of Kapalbhati Pranayam. Bring your hands by the shoulders, making a fist. As you inhale, you will raise the hands up with a passive inhalation, and as you exhale, you will bring the hands back down with an active exhalation. Be as forceful as possible. Let's get started, getting both the hands in a fist by the shoulders. In 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8, in 9, in 10, in 11, in 12, in 13, in 14, in 15, in 16, in 17, in 18, in 19, in 20, and relax. Just relax. Take a moment to yourself. Feel the energies. We will practice one more round, making yourself more comfortable, more steady, more centered. So prepare yourself by getting both the hands in a fist by the shoulders. In, out, 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 and relax. Just relax. Allow yourself to come to a normal breathing pattern. Just relax and take a few moments here to yourself. Enjoy the stillness, the serenity, the silence. Coming to the end of this practice of pranayam, gently bring your hands to your heart center in pranam mudra. and bow your head down in gratitude and love. Rubbing both your palms together, generate that energy and give yourself a massage on the forehead and the cheeks in the upward direction and anywhere else in the body that you may feel needs healing. Whenever you feel comfortable and ready, gently open your eyes with a heightened experience of calmness, peace, and energy. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Namaste.
So let's get back into our workshop. Being a dynamic principle, the Dakini is energy itself. It's a positive contact with her brings about a sense of freshness and magic. The Dakinis are the most important elements of the enlightened feminine in Tibetan Buddhism. They are the luminous, subtle, spiritual energy, the key, the gatekeeper, the guardian of unconditioned state. When you want to accomplish something, you always invoke the presence of the Dakinis. Okay, so here we go. We will be incorporating the 5 wisdom Dakinis characteristics in the mandala as our creation. And so a nice description of the Dakini is here in the slide. And so Dakini literally means sky dancer. And it's the most sacred aspect of the feminine principle in Tibetan Buddhism, embodying both humanity and divinity in feminine form. Dakinis may appear differently in various contexts. When needed, she may appear fierce and intense or playful and nurturing. At other times, she may appear outrageous or repulsive in order to cut through conceptual thinking and mistaken perception. In general, the Dakini represents the ever-changing flow of energy, and ultimately, all women are seen as some type of Dakini manifestation. To further explain in much grander detail, I have this video here, and we'll play this, and then we'll resume our journey.
What are the 5 wisdom Dakinis? Why are they? What are the 5 wisdom Dakinis? Why are they central to Tibetan Buddhist practice? Why are they associated with activity practices? Peaceful, increasing, magnetizing, subjugating and supreme activities such as chud? In this presentation, we try to answer these questions. We present the mantras of the 5 wisdom Dakinis, sung by the amazing Yoko Dharma at the end of this introduction. Before we begin, if you like this presentation, please like, subscribe and turn on notifications. Please consider supporting Buddha Weekly's mission, Spread the Dharma, on Patreon, at patreon.com/BuddhaWeekly. The great Padmasambhava, quoted from the book Dakini Activity, defines the vital role of the wisdom Dakini best.
The source of activity is the Dakini, and there are 5 kinds of activities: peaceful, increasing, magnetizing, subjugating, and the supreme activity. The primary way to perfect these is through Dakini practices. and among Dakinis, there are the wisdom Dakinis, in space, and worldly Dakinis. These vast collections of practices can be condensed into those of the three roots, Lama, Yidam, and Dakini. The source of blessings is the Lama, the source of accomplishment is the Yidam, and the source of activities is the Dakinis. The one who carries out the activities for the Lama and the Yidam is the Dakini. In other words, the virtue of blessings and accomplishment is the activity, which is the Dakini.
To help clarify how the great Padmasambhava's words reflect the five wisdom Dakinis, it can be helpful to clarify both the meaning of Dakini and the symbolism of color and image in Tibetan Buddhism. The five wisdom Dakinis are the wisdom counterparts of the five Dhyani Buddhas. Dakinis symbolize wisdom activities and Dhyani Buddhas symbolize compassion and method. As the enlightened path includes both wisdom and compassion, these are inseparable, which is why the metaphor used is a consort. Whether wisdom is the consort of compassion, or the reverse, is not important. They are co-equal partners. Generally, wisdom activities are carried out by the wisdom Dakinis, and this is where the five activities represented by five Dakinis become important. Each of these is represented by a color.
In general, there are 4 activities, plus the supreme activity. The 4 activities are peaceful, increasing, magnetizing, and subjugating. And the 5th is the supreme, which is the ultimate combination of all of these. These are represented by the 5 colors: white for peaceful activities, yellow for increasing activities, red for magnetizing activities, blue for subjugating. The 5th is green, which is considered to be the combination of all the other 4, the supreme. This is why green Tara and Karma Dakini are considered to be the ultimate action heroes, since they combine all the types of activities in one magnificent Dakini aspect.
As you might expect, white represents peaceful activities such as meditation. As a Dakini, this would be Buddha Dakini, the white Dakini of the center. You might also think of white Vajrasattva, and any meditative, peaceful practice including white Tara, Vaikana Buddha, and other white aspects of enlightenment. Since most Buddhist practices begin with peaceful meditation, the white Dakini is normally in the center of the mandala of the Dakinis, in the form of Buddha Dakini, representing wisdom that overcomes ignorance. This is because the meditator identifies with being in the center.
Intuitively, we recognize the warmth of gold or yellow represents increasing. In Buddhist practice, these are activities that help us draw in all auspicious circumstances. In the Dakini mandala, this is Ratna Dakini in the south. Yellow as a symbol connotes the warmth of growth and sunlight and the nurturing sun. Yellow activity symbolizes any increasing activity, which can include increasing wealth, health, knowledge, or any meritorious growth activity.
The more passionate red color represents magnetizing activities and the seductive power of beauty and skillful means. The red Dakini of Amitabha's lotus family is Padma Dakini. Why is this described as magnetizing? Padma Dakini is alluring and attractive, drawing us in. She uses the skillful means of beauty and attraction to bring us into the Dharma.
Blue Dakinis and deities are about subjugating and suppressing, subjugating any anger or illness or any negativity. For example, the famous blue medicine Buddha is about suppressing disease and ill health. Wrathful black Manjushri is an even more wrathful activity of suppressive healing. Blue Dakini, in the East, is the activity of suppressing any negativity.
Why is green or Karma Dakini the supreme activity Dakini? Dakinis themselves represent activity. The ultimate form of this is the Dakini who combines all colors. In Tibetan symbolism, this is green. This is not only because of color mixing, but because green is the color of nature and all wholesome activities. For most of us, when we think of Green Tara, the ultimate action hero, who is none other than Karma Dakini. Karma Dakini is in the north. Wisdom Dakinis are fully enlightened. Pema Kondro Rinpoche explains. The notion of Dakini in the Great Perfection goes hand in hand with the teachings of the 5 elements and the 5 wisdoms. Each of these are represented by a variety of enlightened female figures, known as Dakinis. The 5 wisdom Dakinis.
Okay, so video has a lot of information, and we don't need to focus on too many details for the project. We can just focus on a few basic elements, like the elements, the directions, the colors. And so I made a chart that makes it a little bit easier to refer to these particular contexts and help guide us through the mandala journey. Okay, so we have, they're color coded, so it's easy to recognize. And imagine that when you're creating the mandala and you're focusing on these wisdom dakinis, it's not necessary to make physical beings or women or females or goddesses. It can be just abstract colors. It can be like a photo collage. It could be different elements that represent particular feelings and thoughts that you feel when you connect to these particular prompts, right? So we can start with the peaceful Buddha Dakini in the center, meditation, centering. And now might be a nice time to get the journal or a piece of paper and just start writing things down. Even pause in between and take the time to give it some thought. Like, this is your own personal journey to reflect and see where you're at and where do you want to go, right? We will also create intentions. So now that we're in the centering space, how about making an intention for the project? We take a moment and close your eyes and just think about what was the inspiration that brought you to take this workshop. You know, what was it? What was the intention that you were looking to manifest? You know, what would you like to create out of this here? It could be a journey just to see what comes, right? That can be a goal or an intention. The intention could be to manifest tons of money and love and abundance in every aspect. The intention can be focusing on your health and wellness, right? That for me is a baseline for usually almost every project that I work on. So think about it and, you know, give yourself a moment, pause maybe, and then write that intention down. And let's see where things go from here, right? So here we are. Buddha Dakini is something that would represent white, something that is maybe light, all bright light. Okay, I started with the center here, bright light. This is a beginning of a mandala. This can just be the center and then it'll evolve, you know, and expand from here. And I can continue incorporating all of the different colors and more feelings. But I definitely began here with this all-encompassing wisdom energy to guide me and help get me through and navigate this particular workshop in this way. I began there in the center with the white, peaceful, meditative space and state. The Buddha Dakini is a representation of wisdom of universal law, all-encompassing. So this is kind of nice because, and think about it, all-encompassing is all of everything and all of nothing. It's either or both. All encompassing could mean all encompassing void, or all encompassing abundance of everything, things physical, things non-physical, right? Just energetic. It could be just thoughts, all encompassing. So what does that mean? What does that mean to you? How can you interpret that creatively in your project? Write these down and just start taking notes. And it's really nice. I've done a few mandala workshops myself, and I really enjoy the practice of writing the stuff down and then just taking a look at everything later, and then using that as, seeds to put all the pieces together. The Buddha helps overcome ignorance, right? So all encompassing is really nice because you can use all of these energies to overcome ignorance, or to help others overcome ignorance. What is it possibly? Maybe there's a message that you'd like to really share and express, and you can do it with this mandala and focusing on that as a particular goal or trait to share with yourself or share with others. Okay, the element is ether and space. So this is, again, vast, open. I mean, you could do anything here. Pretty much, right? We're, utilizing ethereal space, ethereal imagination. Like it could be anything that comes to you, and it can be very open. It can be the use of negative space inside of the mandala, right? There could be nothing there, and it could be full of everything. The element, okay, ether and space, and it's in the center. So we already went through that. And so just think about all of those things, write it down, and see what comes to you. See where you're at in this time. And also what's interesting is that you could do this a week from now, and you might get completely different answers. So it's really nice to play with these types of little practices and be able to express them artistically. Okay, and next we have Ratna Dakini, yellow, increasing. This is the increasing activity. So it is abundance, building, growing, evolving, right? Like growth in nature, food, fruits, education, building our knowledge base, something that can increase, some things that can increase in value, increasing our well-being, our focus. That's a good one. Increasing focus and increasing alignment. That's a good one for me. I'm consistently working on increasing focus. And and this is the wisdom of equality. And how does that connect? And how does that relate for you? Wisdom of equality. Let's see. Having balance, having giving and receiving, connecting the feminine and masculine energies, right? Which area would you like to focus on equalizing or balance in your life for this expression? This wisdom overcomes pride. And so when things are in balance, really, we can be at ease, right? This sense of pride is something that possibly it could be useful in certain circumstances, and possibly it's nice to keep it in check, right? Like we keep that balance. The element is earth. And so you can consider this for a color palette, earth colors, earth tones, a grounding feeling, grounding energies. What else can the earth bring? Even the shape, round, as far as a compositional stimulus. So there's a lot of ways you can connect to these traits. And the the location is in the south, right? And so when you look at the chart, south is on the left side, and typically we think of it as in different directions. However, bear in mind that this could be a topical map, right? We're looking down, we can be looking down at a map, and that's just where the south is. We can turn the map. So it can be any way you desire to connect the dots of these elements together for the mandala. For the sake of this course, possibly keep them in this order. There is a note to mention that the orders are sometimes switched according to certain traditions. So it's not exactly set in stone. So maybe you can do something that works best for you, although might be simpler to just follow along in this particular order. And if you think about the directions, we're looking, let's say, down at a map, and think about it in another way where it can be in a 3D space. So center is here, north is here, south can be here, east and west can be however you choose. So there's more to this diagram than you see. You can organize it in a variation of ways. Okay, so then the next one is Padma Dakini, and that is the activity of magnetizing energy. Magnetizing could be attracting, receiving, right? This is a red focused color, bringing in things that we want and desire. And interestingly, it's the wisdom of discernment. So we want to be careful what we're magnetizing and attracting. So we want to make sure that we are, balancing our thoughts and desires and things with some discernment here, and really connect to what is it that you want, and, be careful what you wish for. Right? So, you want to attract abundance, you want to attract health, you want to attract a partner, or whatever it can be. How will you express this artistically? It is an overcoming of attachment and desires. So I also like this, the same. It's just like we're magnetizing, but we're not attaching, right? So that can be interpreted in so many ways, right? A lot of meditations and process of intention setting and manifesting is like, okay, put your intentions on what you want and then let it go, right? Allow the universe to take care of the details. So it's really nice. This is a good practice for that as well, because we can magnetize, and just by raising our vibration, we create a magnetic energy, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. So we can practice ways to raise our vibration, to allure, right? And passionately connect with other beings, energies, or elements. And speaking on the elements, it's fire. So that is a really bold fire force to relate to in that area, in that component of the mandala. So think about that. Where is your power? Where is that life force? What do you want to evoke or invoke out of all of this practice? How can you bring something into being? You're attracting. And the direction is in the west. And, if you notice, the traditions of the elements and the directions correlates to a lot of other traditions like feng shui or Native American Indian culture. So it's kind of nice to see how there's these similarities, right, across cultures and across the symbolism of how they all fit together or flow kind of like, what is it, like synchronistically or in parallel, but they have different meanings and focuses for everyone to a slight extent, right? Okay, and the next one is Vajra, and that is subjugating. And I found some other contexts that also mention her as indestructible, which I think is really nice. So subjugating and suppressing, right? So think about it in different ways. It could be suppressing toxicity, illness. It can be suppressing limitations, just any type of suppression or creating a way, you know, indestructible, like I'm going this way and these things are going to be removed from my path, right? I'm subjugating my path to my mission or my intention. And so Vajra, she's blue, and mirror-like wisdom is one of the qualities. And so mirror is reflection. The element is water, right? So this is a nice way to play visually with reflections, mirrors, actual mirrors, or just, you know, reflective water, reflecting yourself, mirroring others, right? How you relate with other people, how you're a mirror for within your relationship. So mirroring can be fun to work with. Overcoming anger. And this is also, this wisdom Dakini, she is also an element of nature and intelligence. And so when we use our maybe even body intelligence, our mind intelligence, we can become less angerful, right? We can bring logic into the situation, is I guess what I'm trying to express. So it's kind of nice to work with that too. Maybe you're looking to work on your anger issues, or maybe you know someone who you would like to help with their anger issues. And so possibly there's ways that you can embody some of these elements into the artwork. The direction is in the east. And so what does that mean to you? And so take a moment and write some of these thoughts down. You know, what's coming to you now? We have Karma Dakini, and she's green supreme. And this is a combination of all of the energies. So she encompasses everything, and also as a sense of accomplishment, right? The wisdom of accomplishment. And this is nice to focus on our dreams. What is something we want to accomplish? Do we have short-term, middle-term, long-term goal accomplishment? What are we focusing on here? This is nice because it also, karma is also brings the action of change, right? And the element is air. So changing and shifting like the wind, being in flow. And it pacifies envy and fear. So I like this in the way that we can relate to it by, you know, if there's something that isn't working or you're fearful, make a change, take action in a direction that will help you pacify or overcome that feeling of fear. And well, also love helps, right? So I will just interject that, you know, I would add love to all of this. I just sprinkle love everywhere. So another thing to consider, oh, and the direction is in the north for the supreme karma Dakini. Okay, and then another thing to make note is that the wisdom Dakinis is a combination of all qualities and energies combined, right? Like they say, every living being communicates certain portions of each of these qualities. And it's also a representation of diversity. So involving all the elements, all of the, you know, all of the colors, we combine the colors and we can create new colors, right? By blending the wisdoms together. So a very powerful guideline here. And hopefully there was some nice revelations that came about in the journaling and your note-taking process. All right, so now we have all of this data and all of these nice inspirations, and we can start processing how we're going to put all the pieces together. Some suggestions I can share to begin the process is quiet the mind. Meditate, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and think about all of the things that we just went through, and then try not to think about all the things we went through. And then see, maybe you even have some feelings or emotions that appear, without even thought. You have this burning desire of expressing something. Something might come up. I'm curious to see how that goes. Another idea can be to set your intention and possibly refine the intention, right? We made some intentions earlier. So this is an opportunity to refine, redirect, and maybe revisualize what is your intention. And so a practice that I like to work with is that you make it personal, positive, and in the present tense. So for example, I intend, I am healthy. It's just simple, right? So that is about me. It's personal, it's positive, and it's in the present moment. I am, I intend, I am, rather than say, I wish I could have, or I want to be, right? And so you say, I intend, I am. So we're already in the present moment. It's already here. So that's a nice way to focus on the intentions. And then detach from the outcome. Remain in a centered space of awareness. So just be open to your intentions coming into fruition, right? It's not about longing for that or why didn't it come yet? It's just, let's just have that faith that our intentions are here for us in this present moment. Now we act and be and feel as if it's already here. And then let the universe handle the details, right? So you let it go. You're in your state of awareness. You're nourishing your intentions. And then we hope and we have our faith that, the universe has got our back. And so those are some suggestions for you. You can choose a template. I provided some. There's a folder on Google Drive you can connect to and extract any of these templates if you want to do something in 2D form, right? Although this is an open format, it can be video, it can be dance, music, spoken word, VR, 3D, it can be any dimensional type of experience or visual representation of the mandala and the 5 Dakinis. And just start, from the center point, really. And then we evolve, we elevate, we expand from within. This will help connect with yourself, free yourself, rebuild yourself, and create a relationship with yourself and universal consciousness. What does that all mean? That is just basically to feel a freedom in movement and flow. And we have the guidelines set up for us. It's kind of like a roadmap. And then we can be free all over the place, everywhere else. Start your mandala, write it down, put things on paper, start a draft, rough concept, figure out your medium, right? See what thoughts and feelings come to you. And then you'll submit the artwork. You'll submit it to In a DAO and join the Telegram group. It's t.me/inadao, INADAO, and connect with us. Share your thoughts on the workshop, things you enjoyed, ask questions. I'm available. Reach out. You can tag me, Lover Worldwide, in the chat, and I'll answer questions. Be really nice to see who's watching the video and who's joining the community. And I look forward to connecting and seeing what comes out of this workshop. And also, you have an opportunity to win some prizes. So that can be nice too. Well, thank you very much for this beautiful opportunity. I am grateful for In a DAO. And you can find me more stuff on my website, alissachristine.love, my linktree /Alissa Christine. My YouTube is Alissa Christine, so I'm easy to find. And yeah, so stay connected, stay in touch, and much blessings for you and your mandala creations. Take care. Peace.